My way. It's all good.
Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Nebraska Cornhuskers.
How short you
For EA
coming,
Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field.
No, but I'm saying, well, that unhealthy, but if it's not going. Yeah.
And the Longhorns will kick it off to get us underway.
That was on number 14. Great.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
You cut this up. Hold on, I can't be looking at the
They'll start this drive with a pass. That's caught. It's Booth. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a bit. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12, and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska, once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10. Let's go out and make a statement today.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Booth. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Huskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Under fire. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. All that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Handoff from the gun. And the good news for the offense, there's nowhere to go from here but forward. No gain on the first play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Dang, come on in.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Fires on the move. Just too much.
Oh, he got his feet down. No, gang.
He airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And I think on that last play, it's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to. Instead of
what? He didn't get his feet down?
He gets the ball.
What the fuck on?
That guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving a change impossible. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. They bring him down at the 44-yard line. It'll be fourth down, but this might be prime go-for-it territory. The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff in where you used him twice in that loss a week ago. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
The Cornhuskers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these third and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
Now adjusting. Had to throw it before he wanted. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Not the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Booth. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football.
I'm trying to get to my beating line, bro. Come on to the D. Doing that.
The sticks for a first down. And the Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a man. Quick strike complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And if I'm a coach, I'm always trying to isolate a running back on a linebacker any chance I can get. And they got it there, but winning for the linebacker. Great job seeing that ball, going and attacking the running back as soon as he catches it and getting him on the ground.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you've got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He wants to change this route. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Timeout, Nebraska. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. They just keep firing. And they can't make the connection on third down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the chute. Quick toss to the right. Turns it on in midfield. Got a lot of room to the right. He's at the touchdown Longhorns. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And, man, it's nice to have an offense that can strike immediately. They can put fear in defenses, make big plays, and you see it, man. They can add to the lead. They can build a lead quickly because they have this ability to put points on the board quickly.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Using the quick game. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Right through his hands. You just have to make that catch, and it'll be third down.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Caught, close to the marker, it's Booth. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! A great catch and run for 6.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, the ground game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. What a grab along the right sideline for the huge play. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. So first down here as they go back to work. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Going to sling it on second down. Working that left side now. There he goes. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And the Longhorns have this offense rolling. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He wants it all.
Oh.
Go to the end zone, picked off. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
You got to be sharp in the red zone. You can't turn the football over in the red zone. You got to be crisp. You got to be on time. You can tell the QB wasn't on time. The defender made him pay. Nice interception, stealing points now off the board.
Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire.
Bro, why is your back turned? What is this? What the fuck? What is you looking at?
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field. And the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed. And as a result,
I'm going to bench your bitch ass, dog. You don't do shit, man. Like, for real, man. There's no fucking way.
Quarterback making adjustments.
Yo, back turned to the fucking play, bro. What the fuck are you looking at?
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Right down the middle. Fires into traffic. It's picked off.
Good defense.
Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. It's complete on the right side. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. To the ground to try to move the chains. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the opponent to go for it so deep in their own end, and this offense now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the 3rd play of the drive, they're able to run it.
Turning it on! He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge...
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texas!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple
Washington trying to do some shit this all season, man.
And the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Right.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
We lost a lot, though, but we lost.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half.
We got some serviceable pieces
going right to work up top. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well
Blank
hang on to
was
the
the only
ball.
one that we really
Love the
faced. Like, we
physicality
knew
of the
that
secondary
there was a
on
chance of
defense.
losing
That defender got to the football,
Kobe.
was able
So
to
that's why we went and
separate
got
the
the goddamn
receiver from
Jihad
the ball and
last
did
year.
it legally. Beautiful job.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the
Y'all
passing
trying
game,
to,
but
though,
that
damn.
did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Blasted as he lets it go.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the 3rd possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical 3rd down, forcing an incompletion.
He's got great speed.
Jeremiah,
Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops.
trying to figure out what the fuck those goddamn them niggas not. Like Tennessee said, he's not going behind Love New. Tennessee can use it.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw. He had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability,
why the Titans don't necessarily. The Titans, we can use them, especially with a young quarterback out there. That's what you want.
And you want to run the football. That's okay.
A young running back that you can depend on and go with it. With your rushing game, that take a lot of pressure off the quarterback.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
I'm talking about solid. He wants to get on the edge rushes and shit.
Wants to go up top. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. He might want another play. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got the tight end. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down.
Remember back when I played for the Florida Gators, if you had 3,000 yards passing in a season, you might be an All-American. I know times have changed, but with that last completion, this guy's already over the 3,000-yard milestone this year.
To the air on 1st down. He's got the back in the middle. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. The Huskers are in the hurry-up. Looking downfield on 1st down. Rushes on him. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw again. Throwing right. Zips it out to his man. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Might be changing the route. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got it. Makes the catch with defenders everywhere, and now the defense backed up with a first and goal from the 5.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
From the gun, he'll try to throw.
Oh, give me the pig.
Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Give me the
That
pig.
last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Touchdown, Husker! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
From inside the 10, here he comes.
Oh my
And he's
Jesus,
able to
Lil
pick his
John.
way through the traffic nicely.
Give me one more
Good
spell.
return on that one before he's brought down. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And the rush will get to him at the 25. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The give to the back. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Cornhuskers will kick it off to start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be...
He's got it on the outside. Open space in the middle. Touchdown, Texas! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard, 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
And bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. Here's the pressure. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Takes it the other way. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. Throws to the wideout.
Oh, give me that, bro. Come on, Bizzle. That's big.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And the Huskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. The short hand. Breaks into the open. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
Pocket breaking down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Huskers want to crank the tempo. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And the pass is incomplete and jarred loose by the hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got his man. Get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Well, this offense is giving a lesson right now on how to fight through adversity, because first and second down was ugly, but they come up with that huge completion to now set up a manageable fourth down opportunity to keep this drive alive.
He'll sneak it.
Yeah, I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
The Cornhuskers have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Here we go. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nebraska. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. There he goes. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Oh, he's got a chance. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Wants to throw on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. And it's caught inside the 15.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Quick completion on the out. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly,
sneaks it in.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So the final period starts with a second down play. Quarterback making checks. And back to the air on second down. Finds his man. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Looking to throw on first down. Finds a man on the left. Right down the gut of the field. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. To the ground with the back. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
The Longhorns are rolling down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
I'll tell you, when this guy's in a rhythm, he never misses. And you've seen that in this game. Very, very accurate up to this point. That time, though, a little bit out of rhythm, and I think that's why he missed that.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
56.
And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here.
Oh, they're going to call a hold.
That penalty cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big 3rd down.
Out of here, man. I ain't got no game.
He's looking downfield to throw. Oh, they're after him. Running into the open space.
Yeah, boy. Yeah.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
I tell you what, these are so frustrating, right? He drops back. It's a pass. He wants to throw the football. But when he starts scrambling, these are those chances where you get those chase down poke outs or hit the QB as hard as you can to try to force a fumble. You got to do something to get the offense the football back.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. You're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
And the Longhorns really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. That defensive penalty was just what the doctor ordered for this offense. It's now 2nd and 3. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
And you hear people talk about the 4-minute offense all the time in football. What does that mean? That means you're getting 1st downs, running the clock, and just right now physically dominating up front.
That's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
It's a big mountain to climb, but the defense helping themselves out by getting that takeaway. They're going to need a few scores now, but you needed something positive to happen. You needed the momentum to shift, and I think the defense just did that by getting the takeaway.
Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. And the Huskers moving quickly to the line. The offense changing the play. To the air on 1st down. Here comes the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
He fires to the left side.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Wants to throw again. Under fire. Another incompletion on third down.
Love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physicality of the defender jarred the ball loose.
Right here, bro.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down.
Watch 8. You slide in the front.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He turns that loose down the right side. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And after failing to get that fourth down, it is basically desperation point now. Their defense has to come up with a quick takeaway or at least get a fast 3 and out to give themselves a chance to crawl back into this one.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Looking downfield on first down. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. USF is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Jim Leavitt, this has not been a blowout today in Tampa. They're up by 12 over Wake Forest. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And what is this? They're setting up the punt on first down. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. They're dealing with a second and long. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And they'll take a knee.